Be brief. Obviously, tough result, but proud of their fight, literally all the way to the buzzer. Some nice execution when we went to the small lineup late to put us in position to maybe come back and steal that victory, but just came up a little bit short, one possession short offensively or defensively, and might have been able to steal that victory late.
Coach LT with TG Sports, the last 6-7 games you guys been in every game. And I know coaches sometimes take a lot of heat for when things will go right again. But sometimes the players got to take accountability for learning how to close out games. So what do you say to them to help them figure out, hey, I'm putting you guys in a position to win games, but they got to figure it out for themselves. So what do you tell players?
Just try to keep building their confidence up and getting used to playing with each other again. Down 9 late, made a really good run, a lot of good executions. And again, we got 3 shots. There was a discussion, should we go early in the clock? And that was one of the reasons you go early in the clock and not take the last shot. And it led to 2 offensive rebounds, which ultimately could have been the difference, but just couldn't get that last one to go in.
Thank you.
Coach, it seemed like it got harder and harder for Nneka to get her offense going after that really, really good first quarter. Moving forward, is it more about finding other spots for her to get open, or is it more about the guards kind of being more of an offensive threat? That way she's got a little bit more room to operate with.
Yeah, tonight, we talked in challenge. I thought Nneka was so unselfish, almost too unselfish in that second quarter. I thought, she made a lot of good passes out of the paint, which generated open looks for people. But I almost told her she was being too unselfish at times, and we needed to, see if we could get her to the foul line, go up. It's uncanny. She's one of the superstars in the league that doesn't get a lot of calls. Took 20 shots, a lot in the paint tonight, didn't get to the foul line. But we just got to continue to play the ball through her, and she'll be a facilitator, but we need her to also score on this team.
Ray?
Obviously, Coach, nobody wants to be down 9 late, but what bothered you the most about the game?
Bothered me?
Yes.
Not sure anything bothered me. It was, again, if anything for me was our offensive inconsistency at times where, we almost won a game shooting in the 30%. Just again tells you our defense is grinding, our defense is disruptive. We created a lot of turnovers in the first half. We weren't able to generate that same kind of turnover advantage in the second half.
John?
Coach, regardless of this outcome, I wonder if in the locker room when you spoke to the team, did you deliver the message that we still control our own destiny, being that you got more games to play than this team?
Yeah, it was brief, and we just talked that we still have 5 games to go, and we have one more big game in crypto, and we've got to turn the page and now turn our focus to Seattle.
David?
Hey, Coach. As you mentioned, you still control your own destiny. You've got 5 games left to go. Just what do you need to see? What would you like to see out of these next 5 games that maybe you didn't see tonight?
Well, I'm seeing it, and so what I want to continue is the fight, determination, the effort. I want to be known as a team that's really scrappy. We'll let the wins and losses take care of themselves as long as we're playing hard. There's nights where the execution is going to be better than others. There's nights where you play great basketball. Other nights you got to grind out some ugly games. But the effort's got to be continuous. The intensity, the focus, the physicality. That's what we're looking for each and every night to try to establish what is going to be our base and our culture.
Coach, two things. It looks like you guys were pressuring, which has been working really well for you guys. But they were able to slip the screens and get a lot of buckets. I want to see what do you think the ladies could have done better as far as them in stopping the slips, and then the final play there. It looks like it was to Nneka to go quickly to try to score. Was that final play executed the way you wanted to? Because it seems like it became a scramble after that.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of last plays become that way, where great players have to make great plays. We ran a play and tried to catch them over helping on Jordan and put NECA into open space. She lost control of her dribble a little bit, so then we had what we asked them to do is just get in a two-man game and make a play. Obviously, the offensive rebound was huge, and she kicked it to an open jump shooter. We got an offensive rebound, so we got quality looks to win that game. So not disappointed that way. Again, just in terms of the defense, our disruption wasn't as effective in the second half as it was in the first half. We weren't creating as many deflections, as many turnovers. Obviously, their counter was slipping a lot of screens, ghosting out of a lot of screens. They won some of those battles. We won some of those battles. But certainly, in the second half, we hold them to 33 points, I believe. And so, again, we would take that against any team in the league if you can keep holding teams, 30 points per half.
Jim?
Yeah, Curt, you talked about the effort and the intensity and all that. Has that been a constant this season, even with all the other stuff that you guys have had to deal with?
Certainly. And, hard tonight against a team that has, 4 really, really talented guards that we're playing without Leja again, the 15th game that she's missed. She's a physical defender that really understands the game as a veteran in this league. We are now a 20% winning percentage team when we play without Leja. We are a 60% winning team when we played with Leja. Think about that difference. Like, we are a top 4 team percentage-wise when we've had Leja in the lineup. We have won 20% of our games in the 15 games that Leja hasn't played. She makes a difference so much on both ends of the ball. We didn't have the opportunity to move Jordan Canada off the ball as much tonight without Leja. So, just again, what she's meant to us, again, shows up tonight, again, especially against a team with that talented of guards.
Anybody else? Thank you.
Someone on Zoom?
Amani, but she didn't have her hand up. Amani, did you have a question?
Yeah, my question, hi Coach, Amani from Insider. My question is, how many ATOs did you run today for Carly? And also, too, could you talk about her performance and Zaya's performance as well tonight?
Yeah, obviously when we went small, we tried a couple things with Carly, really worked out. So multiple ATOs were run specifically to Carly, had good execution. Zaya played, almost 20 minutes tonight, big in crunch time when we decided to play small, so left her on the floor for a large percentage of the time. She's aggressive, she's confident, and, she's just getting better and better. And, her biggest growth area is at times when things don't necessarily develop for her, that instead of taking a contested shot, can we move it to a different shot? But, I love the fact that she hunts for shots and she's offensive minded, and we needed that tonight when we were struggling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.